simple. Street they talk, but my heart they filter. Now I bring 'em raw daily rants. This not daily rant to my people. But too loud, make I give you simple. Street they talk, but my heart they filter. Now I bring 'em raw daily rants.
Hi viewers, welcome to another episode of the Daily Rant. I'm your host. If you don't know who I am by now, you need Jesus. You need Muhammad. Maybe you need $sign. Maybe you need the truth, because I'm here to spark it to you. I'm not going to speak the truth to you. I'll spark the truth to you, because that's the only time we seems to want to get it. Well, let's put the jokes aside. I know I like to joke a lot. If you don't know who I am by now, you just call me Lex. Make it easy. I don't want to waste too much of your time. So, what do I have for you today? I hope you've seen the prompt, or I hope you've seen the prompt, because I was minding my own business when I was driving to work, and I started thinking about these things. Hold on a second. How come all these big companies is putting billions and billions and billions of dollars into AI? What is this AI? Is AI gonna create more cassava, or is it gonna make more potatoes, or is it gonna cure cancer, or what is it are they creating these things for? Then I remember something that came to my mind. Then I look back at COVID. When COVID started, how COVID ended, to all the things we discovered about COVID, what it is and what is not. It makes me feel like I have more questions to ask more than anything else. Then I start looking at the impact that COVID had on every one of us. Every human being, you're never the same since COVID. A lot of things were not making a lot of sense to you anymore, because for some reason, relationships get breaking down so easily. The high rate of divorce going up, a lot of crime, a lot of violence between the people that you see every day, that you even be in a relationship with every day. Things were just not normal. Okay? So my brain started asking different kind of questions, because we live in a world whereby I don't want to say we're worshiping the devil or we believe in God, because this time around, I swear to you, I don't know. I don't know what is there out there that is protecting us or not. I genuinely don't know. So my brain started asking a different kind of question. So we get to this point in our lives now. After COVID, a lot of people allegedly in the Western society, where I live, there was a lot of people that said got unalive. A lot of people were unalive. A lot. Then we've been hearing this rumbling of this thing that's going to come out that is going to start making life easier. If you guys remember, that was when we started hearing this rumor about open AI, ChatGPT, and all these things. How it's going to revolutionize the world. I keep asking more questions. I'm like, hold on a second. Is this AI is going to come and make fresh bread or fresh toast? No, it's not. Then I start looking back. I now look back. I did some research. I now found out that if you go to the world stock today, turn on your Google AI, you can ask AI to do it for you. Ask who are the 7 richest companies in the world, or the top 7 companies in the world. They all have one thing in common. They all invested heavily into AI. Then I'm like, okay. They're investing into these things. They're not telling us that they've discovered something, that they're going to create something that's going to create abundance of something. So which means whatever investment they invest, they're going to need some money back. Then I start asking a different kind of question. Hold on. An average person does not care about AI or so. It's only if you're using computer sort of work, then you might care about AI. Then we start hearing all kind of news coming out. Oh, it's going to take all over your job. You're not going to have jobs anymore. You're going to do this, you're not going to do that. Yes, to some extent, it has a lot of validity, basically. Because these are the companies that employ you and I. They have access to all our lives. All of our lives, they control everything. Now that you like it or not, they control your life. So I went down into a different rabbit hole. My brain started asking a different kind of question. Okay, if they invested in all these AI affiliated devices and technology and more, okay, what product are they trying to create that would give them equal value? I'm sure you guys have heard about human raw here and there, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's going to help you cook, help you take care of your kids, and all this things. It's going to make life very comfortable for you. I scratch your mind. I'm like, okay, this sounds like too good to be true. And you guys have seen all kind of videos online. You can go find, you see a lot of it. But let me show you something first, so I can make my argument before I show you exactly. Because all these things about AI, yours truly, I predicted everything that's going on right now. I said it was going to happen, and par for par, it is happening. I'm going to scare you guys a little bit, because we live in a time whereby the fastest way for you to lose yourself. Now, I want you to look at the screen. Right here is the 7 richest companies in the world. And I want you to see how much money they've all invested into AI. They've all invested. The Google invested $230 billion. Microsoft since 2015. You see, this is way before COVID. Okay? This is way before COVID. COVID hasn't started yet. They've been invested into AI for a long time. The technology that we have today is an old technology to them, because I think it was in early 2011-ish, I was hearing about quantum computer. Ooh, it's next level now. So just look at that. Microsoft invested $250 billion since 2015. Amazon has invested $180 billion. Meta, your Facebooks, they've invested $110 billion. Apple invested $75 billion. Nvidia invested $35 billion. Tesla invested $18 billion. Okay, what do all of these companies have in common? They all invested in AI. But no, that is not where it ended. Now, let me now show you my biggest concern. And this is what I think they really created AI for. Okay? They didn't create AI because they just want to waste almost $800 something billion for some technology and some toys. Now, you got to start asking yourself a different kind of different kind of questions. What kind of product are they going to use this AI to create? What is the fastest way for them to make their money back? Because, ladies and gentlemen, you are now the customers, and we are the consumer at the same time. We will buy it and use it because they're creating it for you. Ladies and gentlemen, let me show you our future in the next 5 years. You're hearing from me first. In the next 5 years, let me show you our future. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our future in the next 5 years. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to open your mind. So just know this is going to happen. It is coming. You better embrace it, or you fight it. Because there is been a propaganda now that we've been hearing in the UK that you will be obligated for you to have digital ID. I've been hearing about digital ID for years. Now, I am very sure there's a company called Microsoft. They're the one behind the digital ID. You remember they invested a lot of money into that thing. Okay? They need to get the money back. So, what is the best product that will generate quick money for them? Now, remember, another thing that I found out is that, have you guys noticed everything you see online on this social media? There is overproduction of division between men and women every day. Every day. Then it hit me. Say, God, this has always been the game. Because during my research, I found out that all this food that you and I eat, they literally create, they make this food to keep us addicted to the food. The same thing they're going to do with this AI. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our future. No. This way. This is our future in the next 5 years. In the next 5 years, they will sell you the need why you should buy one of these. I don't even know what to call it. Because in this diaspora of men and women, shit, women in this is that. This is what they're going to sell you. You will have to buy one of these products. And now let me tell you why. Because if you look at the slogan of some of the things that they've been saying it's subliminal. You wouldn't even understand that they're saying it, but it's actually, they're going to start planting the seed right into your head. They're going to tell you, you need to live comfortably. They'll use the word need. It's going to resonate. It's going to give you comfort. You need to feel excited. You need to feel excited that when you go home, you won't have somebody that's going to talk to chew your ear off. They're going to teach you, they're going to give you the need why you're going to need one of these things. Because they've done so very well to divide men and women so much that they're going to need their products to work and make money back for them. I'm telling you. You will find out in the next 5 years. You will walk down the street. You will see something like this in the street. I'm not joking with you. You watch. Because they've invested 800. They've invested, I think that's just an estimate really. They will never be able to publicly display exactly how much they've spent. I can tell you categorically, these guys, they've spent over $2 to $3 trillion on artificial intelligence, and they're going to need their money back. What is the fastest way for them to make that money back? They're going to create the need for you to buy one. And how are they going to create that need? They will go to the old playbook. The same playbook, the same format they've always used in everything that they do. They're going to create a problem so that you can subscribe. Then they'll be the same one to offer you the solution. Because if you go back and look at the reason why we don't see eye to eye in almost everything in this world, is that this was the long con right from the get-go. This has been in the playbook for years. But you and I were too oblivious to see it. We keep seeing one horror situation after the other. We keep seeing generation whereby nobody gives a shit, but there is no more shame. There's no more respect. There's no more family values. There's no more duty of care. There is nothing trying to keep and hold us together. Nothing. Because they were cooking us, serving us everything that we think that we need, because they need to make about $3 to $4 trillion back to cover their losses. So I want to ask you, are you going to buy one? Because I saw some video, like I predicted about this Sora AI or whatever is going crazy now. I said a time is going to come. I'll be talking to you right now. You won't even know if I'm real. You would think I'm AI. This is why I like to do all these crazy things, because AI cannot speak like a Nigerian. I don't care what kind of AI. You know, go get my accent. I no care. Even though may they make her out of bush, may they dig her for ground. You know, go get my accent for where and I lie. Because you will come to a time you won't be able to distinguish between a human being and a human roid. Because they're going to do the same whole playbook. They're going to sell you the need. Why you need to get one. Why do you need to listen to a woman to irritate you and talk shit to you every time? When you can get one that can suck you and pump you and whatever for you at this price, they're going to give you a reason why if you buy one today, it's better than you waiting for a girl that's going to just give you too much headache every day. I mean, this is what they're going to do, and they're going to cook us clean. Now, one thing that I've known that has always been the way the world has been is that for us to evolve to the point whereby we start getting better at something, some old things need to be destroyed. And this is why some of these so-called richest people on the planet of this earth, that they have every control over our lives, they all have families. And they would tell you, why should you tolerate a woman when you can get a humanoid? Why do you need to tolerate a man when you can get the perfect guy of your dreams? You want him to be 6'10", 6'15", dick like the size of my hand. Oh, baby, we will make it for you. And for the lifetime, they could give you how many parts. You can have how many size that you want. You can get it all. They don't mind. This is what they're going to do for you. Because they're going to give you the need. They will sell you the need, why you need one of these things. And you're dumbass because you had a really horrible ex. Now that is a man or woman. Why do I need to deal with that? When I can replace a nyash anytime I want. I can replace a booby anytime I want. I can replace a face anytime I want. How much is it going to cost you? You're going to start saying that. I know a lot of people say men are lazy today. I give you the next 5 years. Men are going to become extremely hardworking. Ladies, this is what I've always been telling you for a while. That day has come now. That day has come. Because we know we live in a society. I live here in Australia. I can tell you, yeah, white men are the most desired because they're on top of the food chain. The second most desired is a black man. Once you start finding black men to start subscribing to these ladies, where are you going to go? You don't like Asian men because there are things that you usually say they're small. You don't want Hispanic men because, they like Maringa. Where are you going to go? They will do you one better. They will create the child of your dreams. The guy that will emotionally tune to you. Ladies and gentlemen, the same thing that's always happened through time. We will use our own hands to destroy ourselves. And this has always been my biggest concern when it comes to AI. I don't have issues with AI. If we're going to use it to actually improve and make our lives better, not take away. Do you understand? Part of what makes you who you are is for you to get up every day and do that same boring shit that you hate so much because it gives you a purpose. What do you think is going to happen when they take away all the so-called jobs? You can't admin jobs, you can't get. Security jobs, you can't get. Accountant, you can't work. Doctors, you can't do. So what are we going to be doing? So we're just going to be humping. Humping, we can't even hump. We don't like each other. Men don't like women. Women don't like men. Lesbians don't like straight their wives. The other ones, they don't like each other. What is it? This is always been the long game. Because I was asking myself, it's still the same old playbook. They've always done it. Because you and I, we're the product. They're going to sell you the need, why you need to buy one of these humanoid to put at home to replace a woman or a man. To the point that they've done all kind of experiment whereby they can actually use it to create a living child without you getting pregnant. Oh, we're about to get really fucked up. Excuse my French. Pause. No Didi. We about to get extremely fucked. So all the hatred that you have for men and that you have for women, he's going to be out in the public very soon, because in the next 5 years, you're hearing from me first. I'm telling you, the shit will be in the street. It's going to be normalized. Let me tell you what they're going to do. They're going to find the most creepiest celebrities you can think about. They will pay them jillions worth of money, because for them, it's just a drop in the head. Because by the time 30 or 40,000 buy it, they've made the money back already. They will put it out there for your best celebrities, for them to start using language like, it's just part of evolution. Once you hear evolution, just know we're fucked. They will sell you the need. Why? You're going to buy this. You don't want it? You will have to buy it. Because it will get to the point that your uncle, your auntie, your father, your mother will look at you like, you crazy. Why don't you just get one of those things? They're much more better than what you had before. You see, everything we've always done the same thing. We are naturally very self-destructive. Everything about us doesn't yearn for anything that is peace, that is harmonious. No, we are very, very destructive. I was listening yesterday, and they were talking about this rare mineral health between, now it's not China against America, China against the world. Now America is trying to put China against everyone. Nobody in the world is trying to. Everybody understand the game. Nobody's falling for it. So the mineral health now, because it can create some sort of magnetic situation whereby you can actually use those magnetic to do all sort of things, for light, for electric cars, for your computers and all these things. Now that's what they're fighting on now. Electric, rare mineral health or health mineral health. You know what I mean? That's what they're looking for now. What do you think is going to happen when they want their money back? What product were they showing when the guy was doing the presentation? They were showing jet star or jet, whatever it is, they're just flying around the space. So are you telling me that of everything you guys can use the herd mineral or whatever you call it to build, is something that you're gonna use to intimidate other people to destroy the rest of the world? There's thousands and millions of people who just went back home to their country where it's complete desert. There is no feeding. There were thousands of people who have died for nothing. There is no need to take that rare earth mineral to go and help that country rebuild all over again. No, they want to use it to create the same thing that they used to destroy that place. That is what we've always been. We've always been self-destructive individual. Say they have already given AI public rights through property damage. Walk down the sidewalk and AI owner will sue you. You see that? Thank you. I don't think people will really understand. We are fucked. We are walking around. The only thing that Didi is not beside us. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. We are cooked. Because, let me say it again. I listen to those words very well. They will sell you the need. Why? So let me ask you, do you have the resistance for you to resist a need that's been shoved right into your ass? Shoved right into your mouth, in your face, in your ears, on TikTok, on social media, on Facebook, on everything, on your phone, at work. When you walk down the street, the ads, everything, they're gonna jam it right into people's psyche. And you will succumb. What do I need to do? I'll just buy one. Oh, sorry. You remember iPhone? You never just buy iPhone. You need iPad. You need the iPad, or yeah, you need iPad. Then you need the mic. Oh, then you need the watch. You see that? Not that you're gonna buy this. You're gonna have to buy accessories to go with it, because with the accessories, it's gonna make it much. You can swap this out. Then you can swap this out. You can swap this out. So you have it for both men and women. So this is not shot to men. We are fucked. We are cooked. Because I said a couple of weeks ago, when I said it's going to start getting more buoyant now, because might I forget, I don't know if you guys remember. Do you guys know that AI is a minister in Albania? Let me say again, I think you see, this is how messed up this world is, that it's like we're waiting for some disaster to happen so we can delete the horror of yesterday so we can implant a new one. All my life, I've been on the planet of this earth. I have never celebrated 1 year without a war somewhere, without some fucking calamity happen somewhere. They will create chaos. At the same time, they will offer you a solution. This is what the world has turned to. And there's some degenerate that will foster into it. Now, I hope you see that. This is our future in the next 5 years.
Come on, Dave, show us your new wife.
You see that? That is going to be a future. And the first person they're going to go to, because they seems to be the one they're hurting the most now, they're going to go to men, not the women. No, the women is the last phase of the scheme that they're playing. The women is the last phase that they're gonna go to, because the women, they're the emotional pillar that holds down the society to some extent. All right, because their emotion creates the right amount of balance that we need. Because you don't want to go too high so much, you don't want to go low too much. But this is what they're going to do. They're going to use this to completely extend us to the most minute population that they really want to exist in this world. Let me tell you, this is what I'm thinking. This rich elite, and this is why these feminazis used to fucking piss me off, because you guys don't fucking think at all. You want to fight with people that have more resources and more wealth than you. You can bitch all you want. You can complain about, I want my, you can write all you want. They are the one who will tell you when to shit, when to sit, when to stand up. There's nothing you can do about it. You can feminaze all you want. There was a woman who tried to be a man for a bit. She unalived herself. I'll play you videos shortly when a guy is venting. Like most men vent every day. But I just want to let you know. I want you to be prepared. Listen, don't like, Lex, you're trying to creep us out with AI. Oh, you just try fear-mongering. No, this is not fear-mongering, because it still is the same playbook. They're going to sell you the need. Why this thing is better than a woman. Why this thing is not going to respond to you the way a woman would. Why this thing is going to be the best thing you've never tried. And there's a lot of lonely motherfuckers out there. They're going to jump on that carousel. It only takes your best celebrity to start fiddling with it. That's it. It's going to be accepted everywhere in the world. Then we know we are fucked. We are cooked. It's not even close. So, this is our future in the next 5 years. Oh, yeah, I know. It's scary. But, hey, I said this. One of the things that I said last year, I predicted all this last year. I said, how come there is no laws now protecting? Do you know what they were worrying about? They were worrying about just because somebody is going to lie on you. That one is late already because that's sooner AI or whatever it is. You can literally make me right now. You can make me to do the most horrific thing you can think about. How soon do you think people are going to start weaponizing it? We've just, instead of us to create something that will actually that will advance us in a much more better way to improve lives. No. The food industry is corrupt. The governments are corrupt. The hospitals are corrupt. The food that you eat, your farmers, some of them are corrupt. Who do you trust? Who? Because they're going to sell you the need. Why? This can do everything. Cook, clean, fuck, shut up, do whatever you want. And you as a motherfucking donkey, you're going to go and buy one. Because a lot of guys will buy one of these things. Where's my finger? Yeah. Wherever you are. Because we're cooked, man. We're cooked. There's a lot of conspiracy theories that I've heard in my life before. They said this is not the first time we've been in existence. And the more I look into it, I'm like, this is actually, it's freaking me out more. I mean, this is only gonna get crazier. Because you're only gonna find a situation whereby I think we're gonna be in like cyberpunk in the next 15 or 20 years. I mean, someone just said this isn't extreme. Reality is way worse than. Yeah, it's gonna be so bad. This is gonna create a whole different kind of disease that we will have to start studying for, because a lot of people will have to deprogram themselves away from AI. This is gonna start creating a whole kind of jobs that we don't even know that we need yet. This is going to create some serious level of psychological effects that will last another 10, 20, or 2, 3, 500 years. We'll literally just create something in the sake of looking for companionship. I knew that's what they're going to use the fucking device to create in the first place. They're going to sell it to your biggest, your most desired. Especially as a man, sex is one of the things we desire. And if this thing can fuck you and shut up, oh shit, it about to be a bonanza. Ooh, yikes. They'll be taking it off the shelf. Give me 15. Give me 10. Give me that nyash. Give me. Ooh, I like. Ooh, they will go nuts. You think men are lazy now? Oh, I bet you in the next 5 years, once they put this thing in the store that you can just walk in and buy, we are cooked. Humanity will go extinct in probably like 25 years or 50. And that takes me to another part of this conversation that the more I keep thinking about it. So if you talk about morality, put morality aside. That's gone. Shame, that's gone. There's no more shame in this world anymore. There's no more. We're not looking forward to anything to actually make us better. Everything that we're yearning for right now is everything and anything that will destroy us, basically. And this is the most primal one of it, because once you've taken the instinct for you to reproduce, for you to create, for you to nurture, for you to support, once you've taken that away, there's no more incentive for you to want to make life. You can literally just fuck this thing for the rest of your life, and the damn thing is not going to be pregnant. But this is what they've always done. COVID was a test drive because they just had to isolate us. And that was the final straw. Once everybody succumbed to it, that's it. We're cooked. So let me show you what your future look like.
Come one day, you show us your new wife. She's gonna feel it.
I don't even know what to say. I don't. So for you, you say you don't like men or you hate women. I'm very sure you have a couple of thousands, a couple of hundreds saved up in your account. You better start saving money because you're going to need one. All right? You see what I just did right there? You're going to need one. And that's how they're going to start using those slogans. And subconsciously, you're going to accept it. Because I actually realized that we are the most, out of all the species on the planet of this earth, we are the dumbest. We're the dumbest because our sense of hearing, when it comes to realistic danger, we don't have it. That's why I see lions, they're always vigilant every time, always vigilant, because the senses is very awake. We don't. We're the powerful, we at the same time, we're the most destructive. Because AI, they knew they were going to use it to create some dumb, stupid fetish thing that people are going to start buying. I'm not asking you not to fuck. I'm not asking you not to chase women. But do you want the real thing or you want that thing? That thing.
For real.
AI is getting into the adult content business, and it could be because they need cash. They're now going to let you generate adult content inside of ChatGPT. They put out a statement this week saying that they're going to treat adults like adults and let people generate not safe for work content directly inside of ChatGPT. This means that they are going to let age-verified accounts create content that was previously not allowed according to their safety standards. Along with the adult content, they're also going to let you control how much ChatGPT actually sounds like a human, which was a big thing for a lot of AI labs, to not have it sound exactly like a human assistant. They're saying there's still going to be guidelines around deepfakes and non-consensual content, as well as content involving minors. And you're still not going to be able to create this kind of content using the image or video generators. This is a clear shift away from OpenAI's original mission of helpful AI that helps drive humanity forward. And in my opinion, it's a clear play for cash because sex sells everything. And it could also be because there are other major players like Grok, which has always been uncensored. And they've also made some updates to Grok recently, which will allow some pretty explicit images and videos to be generated out of that model. I'd love to know your thoughts on this. Do you feel like this is something that we actually need out of ChatGPT? Or is it something we could live without?
So you gotta ask yourself, do we need to watch more corn? There's OnlyFans. There is Pornhub. There is all this is there. Why did they need to include corn and something that was supposed to revolutionize the world? Because it's always come to the same thing. They will prey on your weakest. This morning when I was going to work, I literally just said to myself, I can never believe anything I see anymore. I would never. No matter how truthful it looks. In fact, the more truthful it looks, the more skeptical I'm going to get now. I'll never believe anything I see anymore. I don't care. You come here, you say your sub-sad story, how horrible this world is, how they think. I'm never going to believe you. You have to show me some fucking realistic proof that is not even AI generated. Because how can you tell today? You see the Sora AI. They were making some of the most incredible videos I've ever seen. And they were making some of the most horrific videos you've ever seen. It's just to show you our mindset. We are prone to destructive. Our brain is very destructive. That is the saddest part of it. I knew right from get-go, I'm like, if you ever let this thing start making its own choice, we're cooked. Because it's not the AI is the problem. It's the person behind the AI. I'm really concerned about. What do you think? What do you think they're going to use AI to create? You understand? In the Fermi paradox, AI is known as one of the greatest filters. I'm saying, what do you think they're going to use the AI to create? A couple of weeks ago, there was a judge in America, a federal judge. I wish I have the video. I didn't want to watch the video. Just hearing it, I had to make sure I don't want to see his face too much. This guy was caught doing some of the most despicable things you can see with other people's kids. A federal judge, not some fucking Joe on the street. A federal judge. What the fuck do you think they will be able to create with those? It always comes down to the same thing. Fucking sex. And you're going to jump on it. Because over time, when the women start complaining that, oh, there is not enough men to go around. Oh, we want our own too. Boom. The women are the fight, because I've said this many times, and I'm gonna say it. I know when you live here in Australia, you shouldn't see all these things, because when you go to Rome, you behave like a Rome. You don't try to, you need to understand the culture. I will say it. Women are the gateway to life. You as a man, you put a life in a woman, she will carry the life and bring it out. They are the gateway to life. In most culture, as African as I am, we call them little gods, because they are the closest thing to bring out a life. You as a man, you are the origin of life, because you will inject life into her. Then she will, they're like the mixer. They will mix it. Then when they mix it, they'll bake it. That's why you see their bellies start getting bigger. They will bake it. Then they'll, when it's fresh, like you're having hot bread, they'll bring it out. I know the Western society don't like it, especially the women. How dare you talk to women? You think women are only just about cooking, clean, and have babies? That's not what I want my life to be. I don't want to crash out tonight. Listen, ladies. The greatest gift, the greatest honor you could have in your life. Let me break your bubbles. It is not your fucking PhD. The greatest gift, the greatest joy you will ever have in your life, is if you're lucky enough to experience what motherhood is. Because one thing that I've seen so far that I get to observe quite often today is that a lot of women will settle for the feeling and all the goodies that they have now. Thank you, Milani. It's they will settle with the best thing they can get right now. If they want to settle, they want that feeling right now. As long as they can get it, they will forget about tomorrow. Which is why this motherfuckers, they can create something like this. They can create something like this for you and I to start accepting it. Ladies, the greatest honor in this life is for you to be able to create something that looks like you. It is not paper driven. Hey, Milani say, well, I'm in Australia. It's not paper driven. It's not anything. It's literally, you can bring another life out of you. It is the greatest gift, the greatest honor that nature could ever give you. But wait, you don't care about it. You don't, because that's beneath you. Then you will look for a lot of thousands of billions of stories of all the horrible things that has happened to a lot of other people that has nothing to do with you. You're going to exude that, then you wear it like a cap. You understand? You understand? But it's just one of those things that it's kind of really sad. It's getting to the point now that this is what our future is going to look like. And this is what a lot of guys are going to start subscribing to. Because you're going to buy this. You think that is what your life is. But we are cooked. You understand? Henry said, bro, I can help you to offer. I don't want no damn AI, man.
Helps drive humanity forward, and in my opinion, it's a clear play for cash because sex sells everything. And it could also be because there are other major players like Grok, which has always been uncensored, and they've also made some updates to Grok recently, which will allow some pretty explicit images and videos to be generated out of that model. I'd love to know your thoughts on this. Do you feel like this is something that we actually need out of ChatGPT, or is it something we could live without?
I just feel like it's just disgusting. Oh my God, I don't know what this world is coming to, honey, but I'm scared. And chat, even when I ask chat questions, sometimes political questions, it will tell me that it can't give me
Right,
the answer.
right.
So how are you skipping over being able to give controversial answers, but you can make sexual content?
And that's the thing. They're going to sell you sex for you to buy it because you need it. You've been alone. You've been single for so long. You can't find a good woman because all of them are 304s. They're scammers. They're going to take you for your money. They're going to take you for a ride. Why do I need to deal with all that shit when I can just get one of those things? Bam. Now you see your need. You understand? Now you see your need. Before you know, boom, you're hooked. You just need to, you're like a crackhead. You don't even know it. Now, this is a video I was talking to you guys about a guy is about to crash out. And I really want you to listen to this because this is what is going to lead men to that place. Unfortunately, because we're getting cooked every day. Every day.
What are we doing on this earth, man? Every day, most of us wake up and go to a job that we really don't fucking like, but we can't really quit because we got to get the money to pay the bills that they say it's important to pay. What the fuck is the point of this life, man? We go to grocery stores and buy food that God gave us for free. Why the fuck did we pay for lights? Well, that's just the way it is. Fuck you. I'm tired of all this "that's just the way it is" bullshit. This whole fucking system is garbage. America ain't nothing but a big-ass fucking plantation, man. A big-ass fucking plantation. What the fuck are we doing here? There are days I don't want to be on this earth. And I'm not saying I want to unalive myself and nothing like that. But I'm tired, man. It's like, what the fuck is the point of any of this? To work till we 60, 70 years old? Most of us ain't gonna fucking live to see 50.
And that's the thing. This is the feeling of an average man. And this is why these feminazis, the feminists, the way they talk sometimes, it's like they have no any quorum of empathy is not even there is no empathy in their thought, because they will blame everything on so-called patriarchy. And this is my argument. Okay, I'm a feminist because I think every woman on the planet of this earth should be able to decide what and when she wants to live and how she wants to live her life. I shouldn't tell you, because I'm a man, what you should do with your body. I shouldn't. Because if you're trying to do the same to me as a man, I don't think it's fair. Okay? Now, I think anyone who has any quorum of decency in him as a man is not going to oppose to that, because it should come natural. Now, this is where feminists, they lost me. It's when it start going into a lot of mumbo jumbo things. Give me a second, guys. You understand? It's when they start including a lot of mumbo jumbos. This is when they start losing me. And one of the mumbo jumbos is that it's always the classic blame, patriarchy. And this is where they always lose me. They say patriarchy is always a structure of a man, because a man created this patriarchy. And one of my biggest arguments to them is that, okay, agreed. Men created patriarchy. Men have been ruling this world for time to time to time to time. I would never disagree with you. In fact, it's only in the, I don't know if it's 50s or 60s or 70s when women feel liberated, thanks to the women who fought for it. And that is fair. This is where there's a blow line now. Now, because the same patriarchy that these feminists like to blame every time on any struggle when an average man is complaining is that they say, well, what do you want us to do? Isn't it men like you do it? No, dummy. It is the elite. The elite of the elite of the elite. Those are the ones You should put all that frustration to. Hence why most men will look at feminists like, you're misplacing your frustration, your anger. You're misplacing it to the wrong person. You understand? It's a misplaced aggression. The elite of the elite are the ones that you need to put all your fucking frustration on, not just the average man. The average man does not have the resources of the elite. The elite detect when the average man takes a shit, fucks his wife, goes to the hospital. The elite, they control everything. You can expect an average man to have the same influence as the elite, because without the elite, he doesn't have shit. But no, these feminazis, they don't get it in their head. You understand? They don't get it in their head. Unfortunately, the only thing they have in their head is that they've absorbed this, they've qualified 5 billion different things to point the blame at patriarchy. Now, this is one part of this old patriarchy conversation that I don't really used to hear. The patriarchy is that in those patriarchy situations, do you think there were women who are in that patriarchy too? Because I can promise you, there are a lot of women, because if you go back in history, especially if you want to blame it, because when I did some investigation, I don't like to use the word research because it's been overused today now. Research could be me, anything. I did some investigation. I found out that the modern education that we have today was created in the 1600s by some university that you know. It's called the Yale, the Harvards, Columbia. Do you know those universities, they are richer than some countries' GDP combined together? Because that school, those institutions, they've been existing since 16th century. Literally, for 16th century, they've been existing. Now, those guys, if you go back in history, you'll find out that they were sissy men. They were not like real men. Because that was where they starting the propaganda, because the modern level of education that we have today started in the 1600s. The English, the way we articulate and where all these things, it started in the 16th century. And what did they do very well? They have mastered the art of manipulation. Because one thing, this is how you can manipulate someone. You just need to create a situation whereby they can misplace their priorities to something that is actually not the situation. And this is what these two feminazis, they always put their head on every time. They blame everything on patriarchy. This guy venting in his car. Let me ask you, has patriarchy ever give this guy a check? Because the way feminists like to talk is that they make it look like it's like every guy, we just go to patriarchy. Patriarchy, hey, Lex, oh, this week, yeah, take 5,000 for your stress. The patriarchy used the same guy that these feminists like to insult every day. The patriarchy used them like a tool. But it takes a level of empathy for you to understand is that we're talking about the elite. Those ones are the ones go and place your aggression, your frustration on, not just an average man. But no, you have PhD, you have masters, you have corona, you have everything. So my words will never go into your ears. But your misplaced priorities is something that is always going to take you behind. Because this man, his frustration is the feeling of an average man because they're tired. They're getting used every day. There is no benefit. There is no health care. But you feminists, you don't care. Now, AI is here. You better make sure you save some money because you need to buy Chad, the one that you've always wanted, the one that will listen to all your feelings, how you feel. It doesn't take too long for you to get attached to a robot. Many of you have that thing at home. Don't worry. This one would look good looking, smell. You You can come home, you go to Hugo Boss and buy some spray that it smells really nice. It doesn't take too long. We are cooked. We are so cooked.
But we gotta work to maybe retire. Man, fuck you and all that bullshit, man. I don't give a fuck about who president, left, right, and all this dumbass shit. I'm tired of this.
That's another thing again. Sorry, guys. I see this quite often, especially in America. I have American people. You have to be completely out of your freaking toast mind for you to live your life based on this red and blue bullshit. And I'll say it till kingdoms come. Politicians and lawyers, they are professional liars. They actually lie for a living. They are actually, it's against the best interest for them to tell you the truth. The only time you get to see a politician really tell the truth, it's if it's undeniable. And even that, it required the law. That's one thing you fuckers don't understand. The law is what will make them say the truth. Even at then, they will still lie. But you want to base your love life, your work life, your friends, your relationship based on a politician that doesn't have your best interest at heart. But you will insult everybody, but you to realistically look like you are being played like a fiddle.
Whole fucking game, man. It's a big ass game. It's a big ass charade. America is a fucking plantation. I don't give a fuck what nobody got to say about it, man. This shit is exhausting. Like, I don't even want to look for another job. I'm gonna walk in there, they gonna ask me, why do you even want this job? Bitch, because I need some fucking money to pay the bills that they tell me is important to pay.
That's the thing. Because we've been programmed to have this ideology that you have to work. If you don't work, you don't take care of nothing. You can't pay for this, you can't pay for that, you can't subscribe to this, you can't subscribe to that. It's like there's more subscription, but the money stays the same. The bills keep going up, everything stays the same. Because another thing again that it really kind of really irritates me. This feminist says, oh, you know, a woman create this, a woman create that. I don't think, if you find a video, please send it to me, let me see. I'm here to see a man just purposely looking at the woman that created something that the world is using that any man is going to want to put it down. Because one thing that a real good man uses is that we appreciate effort. And when you put effort to do something, a good man will appreciate it. So when a woman goes her way to create something that benefits not just herself, but everybody else, a decent human being of a man will appreciate you.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Britain isn't working. 39 consecutive hikes in unemployment. The IMF today slamming the United Kingdom as having the worst inflation for the next 2 years. Tax hikes imminent. And the Labour Party blaming Liz Truss, blaming Boris Johnson, blaming the £22 billion black hole, blaming Nigel Farage, blaming anybody but themselves. Is it time to look in the mirror and say, it's not them, it's us?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not trying to give you bad news, but the bad news is already here. The bad news is already here. So I hope this is something that can actually start letting you open your eyes, because I start opening my eyes to a lot of things. You can't fool me with all this nonsense that we have today. I'm not fooled. The system is never designed for your life to be easy. Feminachis, the system was designed for you, for your life to be miserable. Then you will blame the most lowest man you can find for all your pain and your frustration. Why the elite will sit there? Then the elite will tax you again. They will tax you to pay for your own frustration. Then they will tell you to the best way for you to let all that frustration that you need to go and speak to a therapist. A therapist. that is feeling exactly how you're feeling. People, I don't like to quote Bible. It said people perish because they lack no knowledge. People don't think at all. Because we live in a society whereby the selfishness that got out of people sometimes, the way they talk about things, it is unbelievable. Just selfishness need to be studied. Because you feel like the more you can acquire and keep for yourself, you think that makes you better. No, because you're taking away something else that you can't even use your eyes to see. It's called purpose. You have to create purpose in life. One of the best form of love is to give. Ask yourself, when was the last time you've gone out of your way to dip your hand into your own pocket, go buy clothes, food, whatever, to give to somebody that you know they're struggling? Without you, don't wait for them to say thank you. Just do it. When have you done it? No, you don't. You don't give a shit. That is why you're going to end up saving that money to go buy AI. Because you won't find a wife. You won't find a woman. You won't find a husband. You won't find anything. Because that's what you're going to replace it with. Welcome to the life whereby in the next 15, 20 years, we're not going to be making babies anymore. We're not going to have any jobs because AI will be doing everything. So if sex is something, you can knock all day because there's going to be multitude of different kind of AI. They have nice skins, nice ass, nice everything. Yeah. Everything that you see on those sci-fi movie is going to happen. Because the world is hungry at the moment. They need money. So they're going to go to the most deepest vulnerable part of our lives, which is we needing ourselves. Because they've done a great job by dividing us. In the UK now, it's been allegedly land. You need to go get digital footprint. I shit you. I wish more mother sucker would tell me for me to get a digital print before I have my own money. I am not going to take this digital nonsense. But it's you. You have to succumb to it. You don't have any choice. It's the same way they locked us in the house and COVID for about 2 years. Some people are still struggling from it. Part of the statistics that I saw, it's going to take 15 years before we get out of COVID. Year 3 or year 4. We're still there. Well, if you like what you see tonight, please do me a favor. It doesn't cost you too much. This show you see right now is a lot of money that I used to create all these things. I pay for all these things you see here. So do me a favor, just subscribe, comment. I only do live streams. I don't edit my videos to make it look fancy and graphic, whatever it is. I like to speak from the heart. So give me a follow, give me a subscribe. At least you can do that. And turn on the bell. And like the videos. There's a lot of videos there. Stop being stingy. This is why the AI is going to take over you. If you don't want AI to come and sleep with your wife in your bed, subscribe. If you don't want AI to take your husband from you, subscribe. If you don't want AI to take your girlfriend and your boyfriend from you, subscribe. Because this is where you get the truth. I'll open your mind. That's all I can do. I will just open your mind. Then you can cook yourself. It's all right. You get the BBS all you want. Good luck. They've really cooked us. Like I always say, thinking is not illegal. But you can pay me so I can think for you.